Homesteader family, welcome back to the journey. Welcome to this edition of the Sunday Monday vlog. We've had some cold weather. Yesterday and today, it finally started getting cool, as you saw. I went ahead, I had a fire the other day, and I actually just threw some logs in there now. It's not going, but got that started. You saw I went, got some fresh fruit, some herbs and apples and things like that, and I put a pot on the stove, did a potpourri, so the house smells good. Smells that peppermint and cranberries and clove and oranges. It smells so good in here. Not as good as it did earlier. Yep. All right, DT. Getting cold down in Georgia, hopefully. I'll send you that snow in a little bit. But yeah, it smelled real good earlier. It's gonna, once the fire gets going again, then I'll have the smell going through the house again. I didn't do the Sunday Monday vlog yesterday because I really didn't have too much to talk about, because I had a visit from one of my boomers out from the East Coast. Came out here, he looked at some land, we played some horseshoes, went out to dinner, guzzled down a couple beers, and just he did his thing for a few days. Not sure. He said he liked Arkansas. He's got nothing negative to say about Arkansas. He might still be interested in the property, but he's mulling everything over. He said he was hoping that when he got out here to Arkansas, it would be like, boom, this is home, and I guess fireworks or something. Arkansas wasn't like that to me either. But I don't think any place has been just the fireworks. I think that's more like relationships. But I don't know. Maybe some people get it with properties. But he said he did like Arkansas. I talked to him earlier today. And so he's going to go over his budget and different things. And he might look at a couple other states. He said he really enjoyed Virginia, which I did too. Virginia's pretty. It's just high taxes, expensive cost of living, and just wasn't my forte with the people and everything like that. However, being in Virginia, you're closer to the coast, so you can get Maryland blue crabs, and we all know I love my blue crabs. I like shrimp, like Alaskan snow crab legs. That's another reason why if I ever bounce to Alaska, I'll be set. I won't eat salmon because I don't like fish, but Alaskan snow crab legs, I can get a crab pot, get a boat, live out on the ocean, come on to land to run around with the dogs, and see how that goes. But we know that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. If ever, because who knows where this alien goes. My journey goes this way, goes that way, it zigs, it zags, it goes all over the place. So I had the boomer here, didn't get much done on the homestead. I did try to get a little bit of fencing in, and then everything's upturning. I know, everything's always upturning in my life. But two of my renters I can't say renters. Three of the people that's supposed to be paying me have not paid me. So I have 3 payments that never came in. So I'm taking the horse trailer, the livestock trailer, the white livestock trailer that says today's Homesteader on it, down to the house in Marshall tomorrow. I went down there last week, put the eviction notice, all that stuff. Of course, they already left. House been sitting there vacant. So I could have got it on the 10th. I waited until today, which is, I believe, the 16th. So I gave more than ample amount of time. But like I said, the house was vacant anyhow. Went ahead, rekeyed the doors. That cost money. Cleaned up all the loose trash on the inside. Got the rest of the trash brought to the outside. I'll take the horse trailer down tomorrow. I'm going to load up all the trash, all the old furniture that we had moved into the carport to get rid of. That never got rid of. So you see, 109 Grove Street is back on the market. Just got listed with Zillow this evening. Just listed on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm back to square one yet again. Listen to that. Either try to find another person that wants to do rent to own, owner finance, whatever, and see if they can continue making payments or not. Or hopefully get it sold. And then that will give me some money to do something on the homestead to get some progress going. I also got a letter. The Homesteading family is moving. They found a new place with plumbing, electric, all that type of stuff. So that's going to make their life a lot easier than struggling on the homestead where there's no electric, no water. And solar systems cost a lot of money. Water cisterns and all that costs a lot of money. So a lot of people can't just start that over again. So they said they're going to be moved by the end of this month. So November 1st, they'll be gone from there. I'm deciding on what I'm going to do because I don't know if I want to sell all the land. So I think I'm going to pay the $1,200 to have a different line surveyed, a new plat map. You are... Okay, I didn't catch what you said, Jen, that first word, prattling on about enjoyable but trivial things when there's such an assault on such freedoms you enjoy and take for granted. At least acknowledge the tragedy going on in the real world. Jen, we all, that's not my forte. That's not what I do here on the channel. There's a million YouTube channels and news channels and all that covering that. I live my life how I live. Until it's affected, then it's affected. That's how I look at it. So I don't go into the world news and all that type of stuff. So if that's what you're looking for, you're not going to want this channel. You're going to want a different channel. But back to the Homesteading family, the 30 acres. So I'm still thinking I'm going to take the 5 acres off and either sell 25 acres or cut it down to 10 acres. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Everything's hit me at once. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going forward, how I'm going forward. And then, of course, Colorado hasn't paid me yet. And then I just got informed there was a price reduction on the ranch to try to get it sold. So everything's up in the air on all those terms. Then I've had nothing but attorneys calling. So I've had 3 attorneys I've been dealing with. I haven't really talked much about legal stuff going on in my world, in my life. There's a lot of stuff. And I tell this about the unicorns and rainbows that everybody pushes on their channels. They always talk about the positive things, the things that they make it look easy. And then somebody goes out and tries to do what they do or what I do. Try to homestead, try to farm, try to garden, and they hit a brick wall and they feel nothing but grief and no motivation, and they feel like they can't move forward. So you got to understand, they show you horseshoes and rainbows because then you keep following them, you keep watching their stuff, and then if you ever get into it, then you wake up to reality and then they lose subscribers. So there's a lot of stuff I don't talk about as well. I talk about a lot more, but I don't talk about every single detail, just like most of you don't tell everybody every detail in your life. But the different legal things I have going on. So with the J.G. Wentworth, the debt settlement, I talked about that. When the credit cards, I guess, refused to settle through the debt consolidation program, and they filed a lawsuit. Well, with the J.G. Wentworth, they give you free lawyer and law firm and all that to do everything. So I've had that lawyer contacting back and forth, and I got to take photos and send photos, email photos back and forth on my military documents and all that type of stuff, my banking statements, all that type of stuff. So that way they can do their thing in court. So that's the first one. I'll talk about the debt settlement. I just never said I was facing a lawsuit, which, it's free law firm and all that. So it's not like that's costing me any more than I'm already spending. The second one, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, which was the 3M earplug thing. For those of you that don't know, a lot of us military, me included, some of us, not all military, not all years, not all bases, not all training, but I was one of the lucky ones that got to use the 3M earplugs shooting machine guns and throwing hand grenades and shooting grenade launchers and rifles and pistols and you name it, I've shot it, all to find out that I've lost part of my hearing. I got tinnitus and had no idea until all this came out in the news that I was one of the lucky bases that were supplied with the 3M earplugs. And that's where my hearing loss came from. That's where my tinnitus came from, was because the earplugs were not protecting us because there was a hole that went through where the sound could go right through. So they just contacted me to let me know a financing company is going to be reaching out to me because they won the case against 3M for all the vets. And now they're going to start getting with us. We got to sign disclosures and all those type of forms and then get some type of settlement. This been in the work for like 4 to 6 years. So I'm like, if I get $100, I get $100. I have no idea what it's even going to be. It'd be nice if it got something decent because then I can get something done on the homestead. And then the third attorney is, I mentioned this briefly, was the neighbor being over my property line, over 4 acres onto my property. And she didn't want to try to deal anything. I just wanted hook up to electric. I was going to let her have the 4 acres, but she didn't want to be neighborly. She don't even want to talk. So that lawyer is dealing with the title company, title insurance, and her, and going through that. So it's been just a busy week of having a subscriber come out to visit. Got to meet somebody I've been talking to for over 7 years, become good friends over phone, and to actually be able to meet in person and just relax, play some horseshoes, go out, check out land. We got to hike the land he was looking at. Then we went and we hiked on the homestead. And it's nice to just be able to be out there in the woods, be able to hike around and just BS and just enjoy life. That's another reason why I tell everybody, get out there, find your happiness, do something to get there. So that's pretty much been all my week. And then, of course, feeding animals, watering animals, the same old. Nothing's changing there. Now, like the title of the video is, I did it, have you done it? And that is, I hooked the wood stove up. I ran the wood stove a week ago, like I showed you guys in a couple clips. I cut firewood, got firewood stacked outside here. Made sure everything worked. Emptied out my ash can. I have a trash can that I use. And try to blow up tires with ether. Yep. And like 7X's just said, that's my boomer that came to visit. I got a flat tire and he taught me the ether way of popping the tire with ether. So that was a new experience. But yeah, but what I talked about several months ago was cold weather is coming. Winter is coming. I know Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, Minnesota, Michigan, a bunch of states already got snow. So some of you out there that are in snow country, you already know it's here. And if you didn't do what I did and get your firewood stack, get your stove cleaned out, get your ashtray cleaned out, your ash can, whatever you use to empty the fireplace ashes. I take the ashes and dump it throughout the homestead. That will help with soil nutrients and stuff like that for the plants. But if you haven't done it and you're still in a warmer climate or winter hasn't quite hit you yet, you just might want to consider getting that stuff done. There's no time like today to get things done because tomorrow's going to come and then you're behind. So anything you can get done for future today saves you when those times hit you. So that's one thing I want you guys to be thinking about. Get on the ball, get things done. This upcoming week, I really don't have much to talk about except what's coming up this upcoming week, and then this is going to be a short stream. This upcoming week It is the upcoming week. Oh, by the way, if it's one of my YouTube subscribers, whoever is Mr. Anonymous, I talked to a couple people now. I got a couple other people I want to talk to. But somebody called up Quality Feeds down in the description link below that I say don't send gift cards and cash and stuff like that because some has been lost in the mail. Or people buy stuff I can't use or don't use or things like that, and I don't want to see people wasting money. So I always say if somebody wants to help, they can call Quality Feeds, the feed store, and put money on my account to help with the feed bill since my feed bill is so high. So whoever Mr. Anonymous is, I want to say thank you. Somebody went in and paid a third of my feed bill, and we all know my feed bill is pretty expensive. So I'm not going to give a dollar amount. But if you're one of my subscribers, I don't know who you are. Thank you. That was very generous of you. That definitely helps me a lot. My boomer that came out to visit, he's seen my bank account, he's seen my credit cards. Everything just keeps getting zeroed out. So having that relief that I don't have to worry about paying that much on credit card come the first of the month, that gives me a little bit of space to breathe, a little bit of money I can put towards fencing or things like that, or not panic that I'm going to pay interest again this month or something. So I really do appreciate that. But this upcoming week, so far this week, I went to feed store, paid off my feed bill that I owe them, found that out, went to Home Depot, got the for sale signs, got the new locks for the door for the Marshall house, got to Marshall house today, got all that cleaned out, got the doorknobs changed, got the for sale signs back up, got it listed on Zillow and on Facebook again. Tomorrow, Steve fixed my horse trailer. For those of you that don't know, my horse trailer's been dead in the water. Driving through all the brush on the homestead, it catches wires, and it ripped all the wiring out from underneath the horse trailer, the brakes, the lights, everything. So I haven't been able to use it. So luckily, Steve had the whole electrical kit, hooked all the new wires, cut, crimped, and did everything he does electrical. Looks like brand new, works like brand new. So I got the horse trailer working now. Got that here. I'm going to take that to Marshall House tomorrow, load up all the garbage, haul that down. And that's another thing, if Mr. Anonymous is watching, because I don't have to pay that money now for the feed that was taken care of, I can now take that money and haul all this garbage off from the house in Marshall. So maybe with a better presentation and not all the garbage piled up, and I'm going to mow the yard, weed eat, trim the trees and stuff like that, give it that curb appeal, maybe I can get the house sold quicker. So by not having to pay off that feed bill, I can use that to pay for the dump fees and then possibly get money from the rental house sold quicker and then be able to make more progress on Homestead. So it all works, chain reaction. But I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to haul the trash to the dump, mow, do all that. Then I'm going to get back on fencing. The excavator guy, he got the wrong pump or something. They sent him the wrong pump or something. So he's going to try to get the equipment fixed again. So whenever that's fixed, he's supposed to be there tomorrow working on it. So maybe it might be fixed tomorrow. Who knows? He's got to finish doing the work for Steve. And then if he's available before next Sunday, then I'll have him finish the work and I'll be able to get some video of that. Then I can get that video all edited, get that ready to put out for you guys to see what has been done. A little bit of work of him doing it live, but I was up there working at the same time, so it's hard to film and do work at the same time because I'm trying to make progress. So like I say, it's not like all the other channels that I got nothing to do but be on social media all day, film all day, edit all day. I actually want to live life, not just on the computer. Doing the Sunday, Monday vlogs, doing an hour a week talking when everybody jumps in and has conversations, that's perfectly fine. Because that's just an hour and I get to spend time with you, just like I talk to different boomers and subscribers around the world, from US, Chile, Germany, couple other places. But I get to spend part of my life with you guys, and that's cool. And that's like my boomer from the East Coast that came to visit. We've been talking for 7 years. So after 7 years, to finally get to put a face to the voice on the phone, the mystery man, and be able to enjoy a slight vacation, just it's awesome. I mean, I've met a bunch of you over the years, for those of you that still following, and it's always cool to meet the next subscriber. Also, somebody made a comment to me I didn't even realize. I guess I said something in one of my Sunday Monday vlogs a couple weeks ago that I was around 3,700 subscribers. I thought I was around 3,700 subscribers, but I am just shy of 50 of hitting the 4,000 mark. So for whatever reason, it just skyrocketed again from 3,700 to almost 4,000 subscribers. So welcome to all the new ones out there. I don't do as many videos as I used to, but you can always go back and see the journey because, like I said, I zig and zag. My journey's changed all over. You can see how I came to Arkansas, why I came to Arkansas, and things that happened, and go from there. And that is pretty much it. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to crack the fireplace door, get the fire going. Not like it's too terribly cold in here because I'm in short sleeve shirts and actually on the verge of sweating. But rest this week, it's getting ready to get back up in the 70s. So that's going to be kind of nice, kind of bad, because I think our highest is 78, 79. So it's still a bit too warm for me working out there because I don't like sweating. But I'm going to do what I can. Like I said, step by step by step. Every step I take is one less step I got to take in the future. One less thing I have to get done in the future. So when I get to the future, I can sit back, relax, and enjoy life on the homestead. So with that, we're going to find out how the properties all go. If I can sell, if I end up bringing in new people for owner finances, rent to owns, or whatever. Depends on how Colorado goes. We're also going in the winter, so I'm not sure. I know wintertime's always been bad trying to sell property. I know because every time I do it, like right now, I'm just listing properties. Next month, I'll just be listing another property. Wintertime, holidays, everything else, people aren't out about looking for properties. So with that, I hope everybody has a great week. If you don't have your firewood set, if you don't have your propane tanks filled, your natural gas tanks filled, if you don't have backup in case your power goes out, you might want to think about that. I'll keep working, DT. You keep working too. And good luck to you and hope you have a good week. So with that, I hope everybody has a great week. And remember, as always, live happy, live free. That's the only way to be. And we'll see where the next zig or zag takes us. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.